Savannah. Number 4. Catherine. Number 6. Lana. Number 7. Raven. Number 8. Kennedy. Number 9. Desiree. Number 10. Emily. Nyla. Number 16. Ariana. Number 18. Jules, number 0. Jordan, number 1. Kendall, number 2. Crystal, number 3. Melanie, number 4. Lauren, number 5. Lauren, number 6. Kaylee, number 7.
Isabel,
Number 8.
Miranda,
Number 9.
Rachel,
Number 10.
and
Presley, number 11.
Thank you. We're going to start in a couple of minutes.
Presley, good luck.
Coast Soccer League action again. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for LandryProductions.com. The Mission Viejo Pateadores and at West Coast United in this girls under 9 bronze gamma match. Let's get the lineup first for the Pateadores, who have 27 points in his CSL, 9-1-0, and the keeper will be Savannah Paxton. Number 1 at forward is Kayla Fragoso. Number 2 at winger is Isabel or Izzy Lindstrom. Number 4 at defender is Savannah Paxton. Number 6 at sweeper is Catherine Jasinski. Number 7 at right half is Milana Grace Malik. Number 8 at left defender is Raven McLean. Number 9 at defender and midfield is Kennedy Campbell. Number 10 at left half is Nikki Balderas. And a forward at number 14 is Emily Robinson. At left half, number 16, Nyla Mazer. And at center mid, number 18, Ariana De Rosa. The head coach is Uva Arshik. And the team administrator is Noreen Robinson. Let's get the lineup for West Coast FC, or West Coast United, actually. And their keeper is going to be Jules Serlin. At right mid is Jordan Scales. Number 2 at center mid is Kendall Osorio. Number 3 at center back is Crystal Core. Number 4 at left mid is Melanie Rutten. Number 5 at center mid is Lauren Berries. Number 6 at forward is Lauren Kitcher. Number 7 at left mid is Kaylee Lynch. Number 8 at forward is Isabel McCater. Number 9 at center back is Miranda Diaz Casarubias. Number 10 at left back is Rachel Block. And number 11 at right back is Presley Eaton. The team administrator is Jeannie Berries, and the head coach is Rich Gomez. We'll be back with the starting of the match in just a moment. On a soaked morning here at the Oaks Polo Field, we get started. So shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. And that ball goes out of play as West Coast FC is going from left to right. And from right to left is the Pateadores. And they send one down to Central, intercepted in his 8v8 match at the Oaks Polo Field. Scales. And that ball pushed up to midfield now. Chasing it down is Lynch. And it goes out of play. Lastly knocked off by Lynch. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Pateadores in his girls under 9 bronze gamma division match. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you with George Langevin on a camera. Always happy to have the owner of the business on a camera. And past the center circle now, chasing it down is Rachel Block. It goes out of play. The Pateadores will be able to throw it in. 0-0 the score here in the opening few minutes of the match. The Pateadores from the far side touchline. It is knocked out of play, knocked out by West Coast United. The Pateadores will throw it in and try to get into that attacking third. And they are there now, looking to get to the 18, but it's knocked out of play quickly. Nice decision that time by Rachel Block. The Pateadores another try. On the far side into the 18, and it struck out of the 18, but back in there again. And a nice strike that time by Lynch, and retreating back quickly is Izzy Lindstrom to get to the soccer ball, but she pushes it past the goal line, and it will now be a CK. So corner kick try now for the Pateadores in the first one of the match. They'll try it from the far side. Keeper Jules Serlin sweeping it in the box, a touch, an intercept, and another try, and it winds at a central, another strike, and a nice defensive play there, close to the 6-yard box at the corner of the post. The Pateadores after it now with Block. Or rather, that's Balderas, and that ball is knocked out of play, and it will now be another corner kick. Good defensive play there near the 6-yard box for West Coast United. Trying to keep it out of the back of their net. Now from the near side, in its 0-0 match. Nikki Balderas didn't get a lot of the soccer ball, and it goes up the field. Pateadores winning it. That was Dzinski, and now a strike by McLean, and chasing it down is Nikki Balderas, and it is lastly touched out by West Coast United, and so they're going to give up another CK. This is the third of the match, and the third for the Pateadores out of the Mission Viejo area. And this time it's going to be Rachel McLean is going to take it, as Nikki Balderas is going to try to get in that central, try to make something happen and get in the back of the net. The strike by McLean. Balderas, and a save at the last moment by Serlin. She reached out and ball was behind her to keep it out of the back of the net for West Coast United. But a nice, good sequence that time for the Pateadores. They nearly got what they wanted, a goal in the back of the net. Now they got to play defense. Retreating back. There's a strike just to the side of the near post that time by Jordan Scales. So quickly, West Coast United comes back down the field, and they nearly put one in.
Raven, take the kick. Okay, get in front of the break.
Nice ball. Win it. Come on, Savannah.
And in the 18-yard box, and Robinson comes out and makes the save.
Nice ball, Savannah. Great job.
And Robinson pushing it across midfield, looking for Nikki Balderas. She has it, and it is swept past the goal line. And it looks like it's going to be a CK, but no, they say it's going to be a goal kick.
Don't get any ideas.
So goal kick now for West Coast United in this 0-0 match. The Pateadores has scored 31 goals on the season and only given up 4 for their 27 points, and only 1 loss on the season. And the West Coast United has scored 34 and only given up 4. These teams, 2 evenly matched teams, and the only thing separating them is the fact that the West Coast United were able to win their early match 2-0 over the Pateadores. But this is a different day. And on the soccer ball, moving it up the field, the West Coast United now, and they have numbers there down to Central, and still trying to push it through the Central. Scales comes in, but they take it away. Here's Balderas. Little Nicky Balderas pushing that ball up forward. But her teammates getting back to get to the soccer ball, and getting to it is Rachel Block. Pushing it upfield, here's Balderas, a switch to the far side. Goes over to Malik, and Malik tries to make a play, and it's knocked out of play that time. Good defensive play, and you can see both teams are not scared to play defense in your own 18, figuratively, yard box. Why do I say figuratively? Because the field is smaller than a normal regulation FIFA field. And the CK, the 4th one of the match by Balderas. And do we have a handball? We got a handball by the West Coast United. Happened quickly, and it'll be a penalty shot for the Pateadores. And it looks like Emily Robinson scores a goal. Savannah Paxton scored, made the save earlier. I mentioned it was Emily, and it was not. It was Savannah Paxton. So it is 1-0 as Emily Robinson scores a penalty shot.
You know you have the goaltender switch.
Yeah, Emily just scored the goal, right? Yeah. And on the near side, it's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in now for Casarubias into the 18-yard box. Now a strike that time by McCater, and a save by Paxton. In a center circle, Balderas. And it goes back into the 18-yard box, but getting to it is Lynch. It's knocked out of play, but it will be a throw-in. Lastly knocked out by the Pateadores of the darker blue. 1-0 on the score of Emily Robinson, a penalty shot off of a penalty in the 18-yard box. One of the players touched it for West Coast United. That way they gave up the penalty shot, and usually on a penalty shot it's up to the striker to strike the soccer ball well, and if they do that, the keeper usually doesn't have much of a chance because there's a lot of area for them to cover, and they don't know which way the soccer ball is going.
Come on, Catherine. Clear it. There you go.
And on the near side, chasing it down is Crystal Core. It is knocked out by Balderas. Crystal Core trying to make a move, a turn, and was not able to do that as Balderas was there. Coming into the space, it's knocked out as Casarubias trying to win it, but cannot. Went off of her knee, to throw in again by the Pateadores as McLean throwing it in to Balderas. He takes a long distance shot from just outside the 18-yard box and not going to be able to get that one to go, but She has the right idea. As she gets older, she's going to be able to make those types of plays really count towards potentially getting him in the back of the net. Substitution coming in now is Kayla Fragoso. So Kayla Fragoso for the Pateadores is in the match. And Fragoso pops it up. The soccer ball behind her, and now a player going down. And it is going to be a free kick. Free kick for the Pateadores. Intercepted. The strike. Intercepted again at midfield. Chasing it down is McLean. McLean trying to go over to Balderas, but Casarubias in the space gets to it and drives it out of play. Lots of rain on our way coming up here to Orange County out of San Diego. And the parking lot is all muddied up here. Oaks Polo Field. But it was not raining once we got up here. Throw it in to Core. McLean. To Central. Nice strike by Dzinski. Down to Central, and another strike that time by Malik, and a good strike right at the keeper, Serlin. But Jules makes a save. From the back, Rachel Block intercepting, but they push it right back toward the defensive third. And Kendall Osorio pushes it out past the far side touchline. A substitution coming in from the far side for West Coast United. And I believe that's Scales. Yes, it is. Jordan Scales comes in. Ball knocked out again by West Coast United. It'll be a throw-in for the Pateadores. Entertaining a 1-0 lead. The Oaks Polo Field in a CSL match. Into the 18-yard box. Knocked out by West Coast United as they try to go upfield, but standing tall there was Dzinski pushing it right back in her own defensive half. But a strike by Scales. Again, Dzinski getting it. Over to the near side to Balderas. Balderas into the Central. She's got a player there that was unmarked, and now another player that's trying to support, and a strike, and it goes in! A goal! Go, 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 goal! Ariana De Rosa, and it is 2-0. Pateadores. Ariana De Rosa was standing next to her teammate Fragoso, and she took a shot anyways, and it went off of the defender in a 6-yard box and in the back of the net. And now a lot of work has to be done for West Coast United. They are finding out that the team that they beat 2-0 has now equaled what they were able to do against them. And they lead 2-0 this time in the first half. Over to Scales. Scales upfield now, but coming out up from her defensive spot is McLean. McLean pushing it up forward, looking for Malik, and it was knocked out by West Coast United. It'll be a throw-in. Kendall Campbell will throw it in. However, there's a substitution for head coach Rich Gomez, and he wants Kendall Osorio into the match. As leaving was Casarubias. Or Casarubias is throwing it in. Take that back. Kendall Campbell is throwing it in. Casarubias on that correction came out. And on the move, here is McCater. McCater didn't get the shot she wanted. Isabel McCater was down to Central, and she just didn't get the strike on it that she wanted. Surely she'll try it again. Her team down by 2. McLean will take it for the Pateadores. Raven Nice strike. Got a teammate to strike it. However, it winds up on a foot. West Coast United, and they send that ball to where Savannah Paxton has to get to it. And fortunately, she got to it before it went past that goal line. Otherwise, she'd have gave up a CK. West Coast United, as they now continue to try their offensive attack. Throwing it in is Rachel Block. And a strike now. It goes over to Jordan Scales, intercepted in the 18. Pushed up now by Malik. Malik looking for a teammate, Fragoso. Fragoso, one player to beat, cannot. But a strike by Balderas. And Serlin, young Jules Serlin, is able to make the save. Nicely thinking that time by Nikki Balderas. And in the 18-yard box, here comes Jordan Scales. Scales takes a shot and nearly got her teammate that time, Kaylee Lynch, to put it in from the backside. But she just ran by it, and the ball was just a little bit too much pace on it past her. Two 2-0. Lots of good action here in these two first-place teams of the Coast Soccer League. Along the far side, it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Rachel Block, West Coast United. And it goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the all-blue, the Pateadores. Substitution on the far side as Kaylee Lynch comes out of the match, and if we do not mention who comes in, we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball, the one with the geometric designs, the one of the most famous sport in the world, football. In most countries, soccer in this one, because we got another sport called football. Makes sense. Throw in from the far side touchline, or is it a free kick? It's a free kick for the Pateadores, entertaining the 2-0 lead. Looking for Balderas, she doesn't get to it, but now she has it. And West Coast United not happy with a non-call, and going down is Balderas. Center ref not making a call that time either, but surely enough, he will be taking notice of what's going on here. He made a call. It's a foul, a free kick, but he didn't pull out a yellow card. And these players get a little bit older, that's going to get you a card. And even sometimes at this age, it'll get you a card. And you seldom see it. Beautiful save that time by Serlin on a rocket of a shot by Milana Grace Malik. As it is out of play, the far side touchline. Pateadores trying to get another goal. Again, only 2 goals were scored between these two teams in the first match. And both teams have only lost 1 match out of 10 in the 2010 Coast Soccer League season. That ball out of play off West Coast FC, touched out by Core. Throw in now, and Nikki Balderas comes out in favor of Nyla Mazar. Throwing it in is McLean, that is. It starts with an M. Core is going to throw it in now for West Coast United. Core, strike, intercept. Toward the central with Raven McLean, but couldn't go any further. Now on it is Mazur. And Mazur under a lot of pressure, being marked heavily in the exterior of the 18-yard box that time by Kendall Osorio. Osorio knocking it out. Trying to protect her team down by 2. Trying to ride this one into halftime and maybe see if it can be a tale of two halves. But there's no doubt that the breakfast was good for the Pateadores, and they're taking advantage of the fuel here. They've already put 2 on the board. Across midfield, chasing it down now is Rutan. And it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in now. Kennedy Campbell will throw it in. And West Coast United getting a fresh player in. I believe that was Kaylee Lynch. Number 7, Kaylee Lynch. Lynch, a strike. In a central. West Coast United has it. Push it down in the 18. Paxton is able to make the save in a 6-yard box. Savannah Paxton under a lot of pressure by Scales and nearly gave it away to Scales, and Scales would have probably drove it in the back of the net. Here's Core, and it goes past the goal line. Under a lot of pressure, Savannah Paxton, and she showed that under pressure, she can get the job done. Core on the intercept. However, the strike by McLean. McLean all the way up the field. Ref says play on, and a shot that time by Malik. And a save by Serlin. Nice run on the right flank. In their own defensive half now.
Nice shot, Kiki.
As getting over there, McLean. Route that soccer ball out of play. Throw in now, Rachel Block.
Get up, go get it. There you go.
On it is Lynch. Dispossessed that time, and only one player in the deep back, or in near half of the field. West Coast United, and they push it out of play on the near side. The Pateadores.
Catherine, nothing gets by you.
Raven McLean throwing it in. Core intercepts. A touch that time by Mazer. 50-50, winds up toward the central, but a nice strike that time by DeRosa. In the central now, winds on the foot of McLean, or Malik that is, and it goes out of, well, let's see, there's going to be a foul, and that foul is going to go against the Pateadores, and it'll be a free kick in the space. A shove with the arm that time. Crystal Core is kind of hobbling a little bit, and she fell hard. But she's staying in the match, trying to shake it off for West Coast United. 2-0. The Pateadores of Mission Viejo area are leading in this match. The throw in, and quickly that's driven out by Malik. Malik protecting into space for the Pateadores, with the alternate number Kaylee Lynch standing right to the left of her. Lynch tried to get it, but it was gotten by Malik again. And now down to central, but dispossessed. Back to their defensive half. And on it is Scales. And she's got her teammate now. Here's Isabel McCater. McCater now outside the box. McCater still on a soccer ball. McCater takes a strike, and it goes past off of the foot of Dzinski. So it'll be a corner kick. The corner kick now for West Coast United, and there may be a substitution, and there is, for West Coast United, as Lauren Berries comes into the contest. Lauren will take the CK. And a good strike, and that time, as it went off of Rachel Block, and she is holding her midsection as that one hurt, and it is 2-0 And Rachel hopefully will be okay through the intermission. And we hope you'll be okay and be geared up for the second half after this intermission. And you see what the parents, or I should say what the players, are attentively watching on with their coaches. We'll be right back.
Coach Hoop is the other girl, and I'm you.
Pass me.
If you play like this, she turns and collects. You have to be up on the shoulder, okay? So she can't go anywhere. But the real key part about that is if you're up on the player here, if the ball here, you are coming. If you stay up here, if you offside defender, and the ball goes through, you're back here. If Catherine's marking up in the center, the offside defender has to drop back and tuck in.
Action underway here in this second half now, and it's going to be right to left, West Coast United, and left to right is the Pateadores. They lead 2-0, the Pateadores do, as they scored a goal on a penalty shot by Emily Robinson, and now she's the keeper, and Ariana De Rosa on a beautiful shot off a defender and in the back of the net. Pateadores. And that looks like there's going to be a foul. And that's going to go against the Pateadores. And it's going to be...
Let's go, Pats!
I should say against West Coast United, and it's going to be a free kick. Taking it. Was number 8, McLean, in the 18-yard box, but the save by Serlin.
Who's there?
Come on.
Core now.
Pats! Win the ball! You're watching it!
Balderas. She likes to get that diagonal pass going. She understands it. And here's Balderas again, but Serlin comes way off her line toward the top of the box to make the save. To cut off the big chance by Nikki Balderas.
Oh! Great job, Kayla.
Going to be now a free kick for the Pateadores.
Hey, Raven, get on up. Get all the way up.
Center ref wants to talk to one of the young ladies and kind of warn her on her physical play. A substitution as West Coast United. Maybe not.
Be ready, Pats!
Rich Gomez wants to talk to one of his players, and there was. So there's a fresh player that came in. We do not see who it was. But here is Malik on the intercept in the 18-yard box. Pateadores into the 18, and it goes past the goal line that time. Savannah Paxton, who played keeper in the first half, trying to connect on the other end with one of her teammates. Up forward. Maybe with Frigoso. Malik. But getting it was Lynch. And it was lastly, that ball was out of play. Lynch touched it out, even though she struck it back into the field of play. Savannah Paxton. Sweeping it toward the 18-yard box is Malik. And a foul. Foul against the Pateadores. And West Coast United will have the free kick in the space there. 18. As you see the sparse clouds over here in Orange County, but it was very dark coming up and a lot of rain. And it obviously was doing that here too, but at an earlier time. As they said, this front moving out of the area, Southern California, for a nice Halloween tomorrow. Should be clear. That ball going out of play, knocked out by the Pateadores. Like to go Pats for short. Saw some young ladies getting their face painted with Pats on it. In support of the sisters, relatives, friends, into the 18-yard box. Driven out. Core now, and that ball is going to go past the goal line. And it'll be a goal kick. Crystal Core just taking the shot. We're West Coast United down 2-0. And a keeper, Emily Robinson, getting it upfield. Touch there by Fragoso. And now here's a shot, and Robinson is able to make the save. Shot there by Jordan Scales. Pretty good one by Jordan. All the way back into the 18-yard box. West Coast United driving it out of play, protecting on their left back position. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Pateadores. Still enjoying the 2-0 lead here in the first few minutes of the second half. Out of the 18. And the Pateadores trying to go up the field. Again, as West Coast United try to protect in their own defensive third. Core in the central, intercepting. Ball with a lot of English on it on the exterior of the box. Trying to put the pressure on was Fragoso. It caroms over towards that time a strike by Balderas and another strike, that time by De Rosa. Ariana De Rosa, who's got one of the 2 goals. And that one was blocked, but it had a lot of strength on it. Another CK, the 5th unofficially for the Pateadores of Mission Viejo. Lauren Kitcher comes out. We did not see who came in. In the central, Balderas trying to get to it. And also De Rosa. It goes off the foot of Malik into the central. A strike by Fragoso. And it goes past the goal line. That ball bouncing around like a pinball in a pinball machine as in the attacking third, the Pateadores trying to get a 3rd goal in this match. And now coming in is Kendall Campbell for the Pateadores of the near side. Might have to try it again. West Coast United. The goal kick. Lauren Berries with it. It's Coast Soccer League match. 2 teams came in 9-1-0, 27 points on a season. And Pateadores trying to go 10-1-0 and put a 2nd loss on West Coast United. In the central now. For West Coast United, trying to protect in their defensive half. But now it winds on the foot of Kennedy Campbell. Campbell pushed it just past Fragoso. And it's sent upfield by West Coast United. But right there in the space, Savannah Paxton driving it out of play, protecting on the near side. That midfield area. Throwing it in. Kendall Osorio. Osorio throwing it in, gets it to Berries. Berries pushes it past the 18 and to the outside back area, and it is pushed out of play. Lastly touched out by the Pateadores. And it's going to be a throw-in for West Coast United. Osorio trying to find a teammate to connect, and she does. Toward the central, and that time a strike by Scales, but that ball had way too much pace on it. She could not stop it and get a good enough shot. And it goes further wide and shot past the goal line. 2 balls on the field, but Kayla Fregoso takes care of one of those. So the chance goes awry that time for West Coast United. Here's Emily Robinson, the keeper. Emily pushes it all the way up past midfield and out of play. It's going to be a throw-in now. There are some matches where they only have a one ref in the center of the field in under 9 play. But today they have 2 linesmen and a central ref. So today he is being called the central ref. The Pateadores, a strike toward the central, but intercepted there by Lauren Berries. Here's Core. Berries, a strike. Core trying to go after it. Crystal Core, and it goes wide. Out to Miranda Diaz-Casarubias into the 18-yard box. They got Scales, and she just couldn't get it to her teammate. Jordan Scales was there, but didn't get it to her teammate. Otherwise, they might have had a beautiful chance to get it in the back of the net. But an offensive opportunity goes awry that time for the gray and blue, and they have a substitution. And those are the types of things that if you're head coach Rich Gomez and their squad, they cannot have too many of those go awry anymore if they want to have a chance to at least tie this match or win. Because time is not their ally. The shot that time by Rachel Block. And Block is able to, Robinson is able to make the save. Block now has it again. Block at midfield, sending a ball up forward. She was looking at that time for Casarubias. She didn't get to it. But here's Core. Core on the move. Core goes down. And it'll be a foul. Crystal Core on the run and setting it up for Lauren Berries. Berries will have the free kick. Central ref talking to Nikki Balderas. Letting her know, gotta watch it. Lauren Berries for West Coast United, and now Lauren has to get rid of one of those soccer balls from the other field. Lauren now strikes it well off of a bounce, and it goes past the goal line. It'll be a CK. So West Coast United, their fans are past the goal behind us and up the embankment there. They're all making as much noise as they can from afar. Usually see them, you know, on the far side of the field with their team, but not this time. Here's Nikki Balderas winning that CK. Only 3 CKs in the match unofficially for West Coast United. Berries, and here's a strike, and that one goes past the goal line, and that was Casarubias, Miranda Diaz Casarubias. It'll be a goal kick, Emily Robinson. Ariana De Rosa, who scored one of the 2 goals. Ariana is in the match. And center ref over there trying to talk to the scenario on the other side of the field. I guess it's halftime over there, but the balls seem to continue to show up at our field. And I guess they'll have to be a little careful. On the wide side, West Coast United in the central, and Scales nearly was able to run onto it right in front of Robinson, but here's Core for a strike. She's got Scales, and a save by Robinson. Scales just could not get enough of the soccer ball. Robinson able to make the save. They would have been able to cut the lead at 2. 2-1 score. Cut it in half. Those are opportunities that they'll want back. If they don't end up in a tie, they end up with the L in this match. Scales now. On the run. Scales in the box. Jordan Scales stops the soccer ball. Pushes it back upfield. Her teammate, Casarubias. Back to Scales. In the 6-yard box. A save by Robinson. It goes over to the 6-yard box and a save by Pateadores as they get it out of their 6-yard box. West Coast United nearly putting it in the back of the net, and it's chances like that in the match that have gone awry for West Coast United. And it is hurting them. They're still down 2-0. It shows that the reason why they are 9-1-0 on a season, they can put the ball in the back of the net. It's just not happening today. Substitutions for West Coast United. And again, we'll mention them, any of them, as they touch that soccer ball. I believe it was Kaylee Lynch into the match, number 7. To throw in off of Casarubias. And it's going to be a throw in again for the Pateadores. Now they want to get some offense going here, as they had to play a lot in their own defensive half, and specifically their own 18.
There it is, Nikki.
Nikki Balderas, service into the box. Can't get a player on the other side of it. Here's Balderas again. And a save by Serlin. Jules Serlin able to make the save.
Coming back.
Not a very strong shot. So Jules, not a problem. Here is Kaylee Lynch. Lynch on the run. She goes down, and the center ref says play on that time. Incidental contact. West Coast FC, West Coast United, and Rachel Block losing her shoe in that sequence. Ball going out of play. There'll be a substitution as head coach Rich Gomez wants another player in. And coming out is Rachel Block. Down 2-0. A very good soccer club, West Coast FC.
Come on, Milana. Good job. It's all right. It's all right.
West Coast United, Lauren Berries in this particular girls under 9 match. Berries drives it past midfield all the way down, and she doesn't get a player to run onto it. She was looking for Kaylee Lynch, but Kaylee never got to it. Had too much pace on it. And pushed that time by Malik all the way down to the 18-yard box, but Serlin does a nice play coming way off her line, but she could only drive it with her cleats that time. Coming back here is Fregoso, down to Central, intercepted. De Rosa turns around and pushes it into the deep. Third, and a strike that time by Milana Grace Malik. And it goes off of a West Coast United player, and it'll be a throw-in.
Is your daughter's tough when you was here?
The Pateadores.
You gotta see her going out.
And going to probably have to throw it in again.
Like the Fist of Fury or something.
Are the Pateadores. Pateadores in this Coast Soccer League Bronze Gamma Division Girls Under 9 match, leading 2-0.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
In the Central, pushed all the way back up the field. Raven McLean. Now Nikki Balderas, her shot intercepted, and goes back behind her now. Chasing it down is McLean, and she's got to retreat back all the way back to Dzinski in her defensive third, and she drives it out of play. Catherine Dzinski making the right decision. Throw in Crystal Core for West Coast United, but a player is coming in, Savannah Paxton, for the Pateadores, replacing Kayla Fregoso. Crystal Core wants to go towards the 18. She's got Casarubias Gives it to Berries on a shot, and it's intercepted into Central. Again, they have another chance. Could not go any further as it was brought out of the deep back. Nicely done by Malik. Malik and her teammate gets a port, pushing it all the way down to Central, and Serlin says, I got it, and waits for it to get into 18 and drives it upfield. But her team running out of time now as they've got to get one in the back of the net in this 2-0 match.
Be ready. Anticipate the ball. Anticipate it.
That one coming over towards me. I don't strike it good. These girls strike it better than I do. And they get it in to field the play. And there's going to be a foul. And a foul working against the Pateadores after the throw-in by Kennedy Campbell. West Coast United is going to have the free kick.
Step up. Step up.
In is Central now. They put kind of a wedge that time, nicely done by Catherine Dazinski and DeRosa, not allowing that ball to go any further. And now they have an opportunity to throw it in, and every time it goes out of play, and every time they go in the defensive half, they're eating time off the clock. The clock is not the friend for West Coast United. They're down by 2 big goals in the 18-yard box. There's a big chance, and a goal by Casarubio! Go, 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 Miranda Diaz Casarubio set it as 2-1. The top part of the net, she was there and was able to drive it up top. No chance for Emily Robinson. And they're in a situation where they have cut the lead in half. About 5 minutes left to go in the match. Remember, I said it could be a tale of 2 halves, and nobody has scored for the Pateadores in the second half here. But now, West Coast United has put one in. Here's Berries. Berries a strike, and nice play that time. In is Central by Malik to drive it up the field, looking for a teammate. And West Coast United, nicely done by Isabel McCater. But here is Balderas. Balderas trying to find a teammate, but running onto it now is Malik. In the Central, trying to get a strike. Core, and they got another player to 6, and Serlin is able to make the save. The ball rolling over towards Serlin, but harmlessly she makes the save. As her defender is able to slow the soccer ball down in that sequence. And it'll be a throw-in. Can the Pateadores hold on to this 2-1 lead and make it stand up for a win against a team that was able to beat them the first time? If they do, they'll be in first place. Both teams tied in first as we speak. But in a few minutes, that could be a change there. As a strike up to Central, but McLean pushing it up forward. A support there by DeRosa. Now 2 balls in the field. One of them's got to be driven out of the play. And you see the one that has the designs and all that kind of good stuff on it. And Serlin is able to make the save. The coloring, the other one really isn't very colorful. Talking about the soccer ball. And into the 18-yard box, Serlin able to make the save. And every time they drive it and keep it in the defensive half of West Coast United, it's not working in their favor. Here's Casarubias. Casarubias on the run. And a Central ref has a whistle, and it's got to come back. Casarubias trying to make a run there, but it's not going to happen. As is going to be a foul and a free kick. The Pateadores in a situation here where they can run this out. Not a lot of time for West Coast United in the Central. West Coast United winning the soccer ball and a deep back along the left flank, but intercepted. Nicely done by Malik. In the Central, Malik, her teammate, Campbell, the strike. Jordan Scales buries to the wide to Casarubias now. Pushing it up forward, looking for Scales. She doesn't get to it. Now here's Berries. It goes over to Scales, trying to go forward. Intercepting that time is Lynch. Into the box now, and Kaylee Lynch chasing it down. On the wide of the box. A big chance here with time running out. Here's Scales, intercepted. Scales back to Berries. Berries the shot, intercepted that time by DeRosa. Going after it, two first-place teams in the box. A shot by Scales, and they have a player wide open, and it's saved by Robinson, and that might be the biggest save of the match. At the last moment, West Coast United still chasing it down in the 18-yard box, but they couldn't put it in the back of the net. Core now to midfield to Scales. Can't go any further. Nicely done by the Pateadores. And a foul. Going to be a free kick. And this works against the West Coast United. Time running off the clock. Ref will be looking at his watch pretty soon. You hear a double whistle. And that's the end of the match. Here in this first place match of the girls under 9, a bronze gamma division of the Coast Soccer League.
It's over? Okay.
Malik. Been a great match. These two first place clubs. Girls under 9 in the 18-yard box. Casarubias sending it all the way up the field. Casarubias again. All the way out of play, though. She has the only goal for her team. And they need another one to get a tie out of it. But that's the end of the match! As a Pateadores avenge a loss earlier in the season against West Coast United, winning 2-1. We hope you enjoyed this exciting girls under 9 match here at the Oaks Polo Fields. We'll be back with closing comments, but first, interviews from the girls who participated in this fine match. Greg Porter back here with the girls under 9 who just got through winning their first place battle, and you are?
Raven.
What's your last name, Raven?
McLean.
Okay, Raven, talk about just playing in this match, and you're playing a team that beat you the first time, but you guys were able to put 2 early on them. It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It was also a hard-fought match, also, because you guys really had to do a lot of things to keep them from winning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do when you're not playing soccer? What do you like to do at home? Video games? You have pets? Brothers and sisters you play with? Talk about that.
Well, I have one dog, but I mostly like reading.
Okay. What kind of dog is it?
Yorkie Maltese.
Okay. All right. Good deal. And you like reading. What kind of books? What's your favorite book?
Harry Potter.
Okay. All right. Good series. Good series. All right. At school, do you have a favorite subject or teacher there?
Harry Potter.
Okay, all right. Good series, good series. All right, at school, do you have a favorite subject or teacher there? Okay, all right. Good series, good series. All right, at school, do you have a favorite subject or teacher there?
My favorite subject's math, and
Okay.
I only have one teacher.
Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, Halloween's tomorrow. Are you gonna be trick-or-treating and everything?
No, I'm just going to my cousin's house.
Okay, all right. Well, you're gonna have fun anyway, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck in the rest of the season, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Savannah,
Okay, what's your last name, Savannah?
Paxton.
Okay, you played keeper in the first half. How much fun was it to play keeper and then to come out and play on the field?
Keeper scary.
Yeah. And you played well in the first half, and then you got out there, and you're out there trying to make offense happen. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get to see the game from both ends. What do you guys think you got to do maybe to win the championship? You guys are well on your way. You beat the team that had beat you guys, and you're in first place. What do you think you got to do?
Play hard.
Okay, just play like the way you've been playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. When you're not playing soccer, do you have brothers and sisters, family pets, and things like that? Talk a little bit about that.
I have brothers and sisters.
Okay, and what are their names?
Jake,
Okay,
Cody, Faith, and Charlotte.
all right. Do they play soccer?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good deal. And you got any pets, like a dog, cat, anything like that?
I have 2 dogs.
Okay, what kind of dogs?
Bulldog and a boxer.
All right, great dogs, great dogs. Okay, at school, do you have a favorite subject or teacher at that school?
My subject's math.
All right, pretty good at that, huh?
Uh-huh. And I only have one teacher.
Okay, you got Halloween coming up. You gonna be a certain outfit, or what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
All right, you just see how it goes. Get some candy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Savannah. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Ariana,
Okay, what's your last name, Ariana?
DeRosa.
Okay. Ariana, I believe you scored one of the goals, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Was that the one off the penalty shot?
No.
Okay, it was the one that went off the defender, and you just shot it real hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the winning goal. Talk about just playing against this team and in the league so far. Just talk a little bit about that.
Well, they've been playing really hard, and they were really aggressive too. But I tried to play more harder, and well, that's true.
And it worked out. You guys won today, and you're in first place, and they're in second. Okay, outside of soccer, talk about family pets or your brothers and sisters. Talk about that too.
I have one sister,
Okay, what's her name?
Alina.
Okay. She plays soccer?
No, but she's going to.
All right, good deal. How old is she?
She's 6.
Okay. Good deal, good deal. And you got a pet or anything at home?
Yeah.
What kind of pet?
It's a dog.
All right. What kind of dog?
Shih Tzu.
Okay. Is that a big dog or a small dog?
Small dog.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, when you're at school, talk about things at school for you. You got a favorite subject or teacher at school?
Yeah, I have my favorite subject is spelling.
Okay. So you're a good speller, huh? National Spelling Bee type stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. All right, well, Halloween's tomorrow. You're going to go trick-or-treating. What are you going to do?
Go trick-or-treating.
Okay, try to get a lot of candy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good luck in the rest of the season, okay?
Okay.
All right, let me talk to your teammates. You both can come at the same time if you want to. All right, and you are?
Kennedy,
Okay, what's your last name, Kennedy?
Campbell.
Okay. Kennedy, talk about this game and the season so far. It's been fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys have played very well. It's great watching you guys out there. Is there anything that you guys need to try to do to maybe win the cup and anything, or just keep playing the way you're playing?
I think we can play harder, and I think we played really good out there today.
Okay, you really did. You really did. Talk about, do you have any brothers or sisters, things at home, family pets?
Yeah, I have one brother and one sister.
Okay, and what are their names?
Morgan and Carson.
All right. And no pets?
I have one dog,
Okay, and what kind of dog is that?
a brown lab.
All right, good deal. That's a great dog. Okay, at school, talk about your favorite subject or favorite teacher at school.
My favorite teacher is my teacher. My favorite subject is history.
Okay. Hey, it's a great subject to have. Are you going to go trick-or-treating tomorrow? Is that going to be fun?
Yeah.
Okay. We talked to your teammate. Good luck in the rest of the season. And you are?
Milana?
Okay, Milana, talk about the way this game went and so how much fun it's been.
It's been a lot of fun playing with this team, and I think we are a really good team, and we can play really hard.
Okay, well, I tell you what, you were instrumental in keeping the offense going, retreating back as your teammates, keeping them, especially down the central, from really making big plays. You guys kind of kept them on the outside, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, you guys did great. You did great. When you're not playing soccer, talk about things that are fun for you around the house.
Well, I like to help my mom and stuff, and I like to play with my brothers and sisters.
Okay, what are their names?
Emily, Jack, and Grant.
Okay, all right. Do they play soccer or anything like that?
My sister does, and my brothers used to, but now they play basketball.
All right. All athletes and obviously good at school too. At school, do you have a favorite subject or teacher over there?
My favorite subject is language arts.
Okay, good deal. What other language are you working on learning?
Well, I'm not really working on learning a language, but I just like language arts because I learn a lot of stuff.
That's good. All right. Halloween tomorrow. Are you gonna dress up? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna trick or treat.
Okay. What's your favorite type of candy?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. You take whatever they give you, right? That's good candy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck in the rest of the season. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Back with some more of the Pateadores, and you are?
Nicole Banderas.
Okay. Nicole, you played great out there. It's a lot of fun playing as well as you do, and obviously as your team does, against a good team like this. Wasn't it fun?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys have to do to be maybe win it all? Is there anything you guys got to do, or just keep playing like you did today?
We had to work hard
Okay.
and hustle.
All right, and that seems like that's what you guys do. You like to pass that ball diagonally and get it to your teammates across the field, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you do that very well. All righty, well, when you're not playing soccer, you got brothers and sisters, family, pets. Talk about that.
Sometimes we go to my grandma's house and we play,
Okay.
and that's all we do.
Okay, so you have fun at grandma's, huh?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Does she live close by, or you got to go a long way?
She lives close by.
Okay, good deal. Okay, when you're going to school, you have a favorite subject or teacher at school?
Math.
Math, okay.
That's my favorite thing.
All right, good. Okay, are you going to dress up tomorrow? You got Halloween tomorrow, or are you just going to go get the candy?
I'm going to dress up and go trick-or-treating.
What are you going to dress up as?
I don't know.
Okay, well, have fun with it tomorrow, and good luck the rest of the season, okay?
Thank you.
All right. And you are?
Emily Robinson.
Okay. Emily, you were able to play keeper in the second half, but in the first half, did you score one of the goals?
Yeah.
Yours was on the penalty shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think on that penalty shot? Did you just say, you know what, I'm going to just put it to the right, and if she saves it, she saves it. I'm just going to strike it hard. Is that what you were thinking?
No, I was thinking I'm going to score.
However you strike it, you're just going to hit it hard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a lot of fun when your team plays like the way they did today. Do you guys have to play that way to win it all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. At home, do you have family pets, or you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother, one sister, and 2 dogs.
Okay. What are your brothers and sisters' names?
One's Danny and one's Lauren.
Okay. What kind of dogs you got?
A Vishla.
Okay.
Vishla.
What kind of dog is that? A little small dog?
No, it's a big dog.
Okay. Just haven't heard that one before. There's so many beautiful dogs out there. All right. At school, you got a favorite subject or teacher over that school?
Yeah, reading.
Okay. Really like to read. Any favorite books you got out there?
No.
Just whatever you can get that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck in the rest of the season, Emily.
Thank you.
All righty. And some more of the young Pateadores, successful today in his first place big-time match. And you are?
Catherine
Okay, what's your last name, Catherine?
Dzinski.
Catherine, talk about playing in this match. It was a lot of fun. It was almost like playing in a championship for a tournament, wasn't it?
Yes.
All right. They were playing hard, and you guys were playing hard. You got to keep playing this way in order to maybe win it all?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I tell you what, you guys keep playing this way. You guys won't be bronze for long. You'll be moving up to silver. You got a real good club. At home, you got a brother and sister. You got family pets. Talk about that.
I've got a brother named Evan. He's 6 years old. And I have 2 dogs.
Okay, what kind of dogs?
Bichon poodles.
Okay, oh, great. All right, at school, talk about your teacher, favorite subject over there?
My favorite subject is math.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, and not a favorite teacher?
This year, my favorite teacher.
Okay, all right, good deal. All right, tomorrow is Halloween. You gonna dress up or anything, or are you just gonna go get the candy?
Dress up and get the candy.
Okay, what outfit you gonna have?
A witch.
All right, that's going to be fun. I know it for you. So good luck in getting all the candy and the rest of the season, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you are?
Nyla.
Okay, Nyla, what's your last name?
Muzzer.
Okay, Nyla, talk about playing in this match today. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. And you guys what do you guys do before, during practice and stuff that helps you in the games? Is there anything that you remember that you do in practice that helps you in the games?
Like drills.
Okay. And lots of running, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys were plenty ready for the whole game, and they were playing you guys hard. When you're not doing soccer, do you have a brother and sister or family pets?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers.
Okay.
One is Nabil, he's 4 years old, and one is Fareed, he's 12 years old.
Okay, great. You got any pets?
No.
Okay. When you go to school, what's your favorite subject or teacher over there?
My favorite subject is math, and my favorite teacher is this year. It's Miss Fenton.
You going trick-or-treating tomorrow, or are you just going to go to somebody's house and do it over there, or how are you going to do it?
Going trick-or-treating.
Okay, you're going to try to get a lot of candy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Well, good luck in the rest of the season, okay?
Thank you.
And some more of the young ladies, the Pateadores. All right, and you are?
Kayla Fergoso.
Okay. You played quite well, as the rest of your teammates did. You guys really had to do a lot of things in order to win today. And you had to be strong because they beat you guys the first time, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay. But I heard from your team manager, she said you guys just weren't ready that day, and you guys were ready today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it looked like it. You guys played fantastic. What do you when you're not playing soccer, do you have a brother and sister? What do you do at home?
I have a brother, and he's 18 years old.
Okay.
And I like to mess around with him.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Did he play soccer?
He's playing soccer, but he got hurt.
I hope he gets better soon. You got any family pets?
No.
Okay. At school, you got a favorite subject or teacher over there?
Yes. My favorite subject is science.
Okay. You said science, right?
Yes.
That's good stuff. All right. My dad used to be a science teacher. Okay. All right. Well, you're going to go Halloween trick-or-treating tomorrow or any of that?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, good luck in the rest of the season, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm back here with the head coach, Uwe Schick, and, obviously you've seen our company before. Your daughter actually played one time for us, and now you get an opportunity to teach these young ladies. Today had to be a lot of fun.
Well, it is. This is a great age group. It's not really about individuals. It's very much a team-oriented game for them at U9, and they're just great kids. I was just talking to one of the parents. We really don't have a one-person, send it to Sally type of kid. It's really all of them are contributors, and that makes it a very, very, very positive experience to have a team that on any day it could be anybody could win the game. But that was a crazy game. We got some of the breaks early, and I just never know what's going to happen at this age. So, it's like we'll take our win and get out of town, and next Saturday's a brand new story.
Yeah, it's really a lot of fun watching them at this age, and you know, they're learning all the nuances. They're learning how to get stronger at striking the soccer ball, and you know, the different positional plays that they have to learn and stuff like that, supporting each other. It's really fun to watch. And your girls came out this time because, you know, last time they kind of got you, and this time you girls seem to, yeah, I don't know what you told them, but whatever you told them, it worked.
At this age, it's really basic. Just go to the ball hard, don't quit. And that kind of energy level is contagious, and it creates opportunities. And that's it. But like I told the coach as we were going through, I go, I'm sure glad this is not a best-of-7 series, because I can't do it. And my parent, you know what? And my parents can't do it either.
Oh, it was a great excitement, and I believe everybody watching it enjoyed every minute of it. Uwe, we hope to see you down the road with your club or in any other soccer endeavor, okay?
And thanks for what you do. I really appreciate you guys coming and picking our game today. Thank you.
All right, well, it was beautiful. And right here at the Oaks Polo Fields, we hope you enjoyed, again, all the action. Final score, 2-1 in favor of the Pateadores over a fine team that's in first place also, and that is the West Coast United. For George Langevin, who is on the camera, I'm Greg GK Porter, saying take care of yourself. God bless. And as always, save this one on your hard drive. Bye now.